Could you do me a favor?
¿Podrías hacerme un favor?
Of course.
Por supuesto.
Could you do me a favor?
Of course.
What would you like for dessert?
¿Qué quieres de postre?
I'll have some ice cream.
Tomaré un poco de helado.
What would you like for dessert?
I'll have some ice cream.
Where is this bus bound for?
¿A dónde se dirige este autobús?
It's bound for Chicago.
Se dirige a Chicago.
Where is this bus bound for?
It's bound for Chicago.
Will it rain tomorrow?
¿Lloverá mañana?
No, I don't think so.
No, no lo creo.
Will it rain tomorrow?
No, I don't think so.
I want to be with you forever.
Quiero estar contigo para siempre.
I'd love to spend forever with you too.
Me encantaría pasar el resto de mi vida contigo también.
I want to be with you forever.
I'd love to spend forever with you too.
Will you stay there for long?
¿Te quedarás allí mucho tiempo?
No, I'll move to Hollywood next month.
No, me mudaré a Hollywood el mes que viene.
Will you stay there for long?
No, I'll move to Hollywood next month.
She looks very lovely.
Ella parece muy encantadora.
I love her dress.
Me encanta su vestido.
She looks very lovely.
I love her dress.
What do you mean?
¿Qué quiere decir?
English is harder than Spanish.
El inglés es más difícil que el español.
What do you mean?
English is harder than Spanish.
Do you have a car?
¿Tienes un coche?
Yes, I have a new car.
Sí, tengo un coche nuevo.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I have a new car.
Have you heard the weather forecast?
¿Has oído el pronóstico del tiempo?
No, what does it say?
No, ¿qué dice?
Have you heard the weather forecast?
No, what does it say?
What kind of sports do you like?
¿Qué tipo de deportes te gustan?
I like swimming.
Me gusta nadar.
What kind of sports do you like?
I like swimming.
It's raining heavily outside.
Está lloviendo mucho afuera.
Good thing I have an umbrella.
Menos mal que tengo un paraguas.
It's raining heavily outside.
Good thing I have an umbrella.
Can I help you?
¿Puedo ayudarlo en algo?
No thanks, I'm just browsing.
No, gracias. Solo estoy mirando.
Can I help you?
No thanks, I'm just browsing.
What time is it?
¿Qué hora es?
It's 4:45.
Son las 5 menos cuarto.
What time is it?
It's 4:45.
Which do you prefer, fishing or mountain climbing?
¿Qué prefieres, la pesca o el alpinismo?
Neither.
Ninguno de los dos.
Which do you prefer, fishing or mountain climbing?
Neither.
A strong wind was blowing.
Soplaba un viento fuerte.
The wind blew over my tree.
El viento sopló sobre mi árbol.
A strong wind was blowing.
The wind blew over my tree.
How will this be?
¿Cómo va a ser esto?
That will be just fine.
Eso estará muy bien.
How will this be?
That will be just fine.
My wife is pregnant.
Mi esposa está embarazada.
Congratulations.
Felicitaciones.
My wife is pregnant.
Congratulations.
What do you teach?
¿Qué es lo que enseñas?
I teach mathematics.
Enseño matemáticas.
What do you teach?
I teach mathematics.
Thank you for your compliments.
Gracias por sus cumplidos.
You deserve it.
Te lo mereces.
Thank you for your compliments.
You deserve it.
Choose between these two.
Elige entre estos dos.
I like the one on the left.
Me gusta el de la izquierda.
Choose between these two.
I like the one on the left.
Would you be able to come to the game Friday?
¿Podrías venir al partido del viernes?
I'm not busy.
No estoy ocupado.
Would you be able to come to the game Friday?
I'm not busy.
I was busy all day.
Estuve todo el día ocupado.
Do you work tomorrow?
¿Trabajas mañana?
I was busy all day.
Do you work tomorrow?
How's the weather in New York?
¿Qué tiempo hace en Nueva York?
Today, it is cold and windy in New York.
Hoy en día hace frío y hace viento en Nueva York.
How's the weather in New York?
Today, it is cold and windy in New York.
He's very angry with you.
Está muy enfadado contigo.
He is mad because I beat him in chess.
Está enojado porque le gané en ajedrez.
He's very angry with you.
He is mad because I beat him in chess.
Let's meet tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Nos vemos mañana a las 3 p.m.
Sounds good.
Suena bien.
Let's meet tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Sounds good.
Do you have one in a smaller size?
¿Tiene uno en un tamaño más pequeño?
Sorry, but the smaller sizes are out of stock.
Lo siento, pero las tallas más pequeñas están agotadas.
Do you have one in a smaller size?
Sorry, but the smaller sizes are out of stock.
Would you like something to drink?
¿Quieres algo de beber?
Thank you. May I have a cup of tea?
Gracias. ¿Puedo tomar una taza de té?
Would you like something to drink?
Thank you. May I have a cup of tea?
What kind of job have you ever had?
¿Qué tipo de trabajo has tenido?
Most jobs I get are for marketing.
La mayoría de los trabajos que consigo son para marketing.
What kind of job have you ever had?
Most jobs I get are for marketing.
He comes back from Sydney today.
Hoy vuelve de Sydney.
How long was his trip?
¿Cuánto duró su viaje?
He comes back from Sydney today.
How long was his trip?
Thank you for your help.
Gracias por su ayuda.
That was nothing. Happy to help.
Eso no fue nada. Feliz de ayudar.
Thank you for your help.
That was nothing. Happy to help.
What's the height of the building?
¿Cuál es la altura del edificio?
More than 300 meters.
Más de 300 metros.
What's the height of the building?
More than 300 meters.
How thick is the ice here?
¿Qué tan grueso es el hielo aquí?
More than 1 meter.
Más de 1 metro.
How thick is the ice here?
More than 1 meter.
Let's go to the gym.
Vamos al gimnasio.
I feel so fatigued today.
Me siento tan fatigada hoy.
Let's go to the gym.
I feel so fatigued today.
What time shall we leave?
¿A qué hora nos vamos?
In about 5 minutes.
En unos 5 minutos.
What time shall we leave?
In about 5 minutes.
Which do you like better, red wine or white wine?
¿Qué te gusta más, el vino tinto o el blanco?
I like red wine better.
Me gusta más el vino tinto.
Which do you like better, red wine or white wine?
I like red wine better.
Make me a cup of coffee, will you?
Hazme una taza de café, ¿quieres?
Wait a minute.
Espera un momento.
Make me a cup of coffee, will you?
Wait a minute.
What are you doing tomorrow?
¿Qué vas a hacer mañana?
I have no idea.
No tengo ni idea.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I have no idea.
Could you do it a little cheaper, please?
¿Podrías hacerlo un poco más barato, por favor?
Sorry, but that's the lowest we can go.
Lo siento, pero es lo más bajo que podemos llegar.
Could you do it a little cheaper, please?
Sorry, but that's the lowest we can go.
Are there any questions?
¿Hay alguna pregunta?
How long should the paper be?
¿Cuánto debe durar el papel?
Are there any questions?
How long should the paper be?
What did you have for lunch?
¿Qué almorzaste?
I had a hamburger and a fried chicken leg.
Comí una hamburguesa y una pata de pollo frita.
What did you have for lunch?
I had a hamburger and a fried chicken leg.
I'd like to send this package to Japan.
Quisiera enviar este paquete a Japón.
It costs $75 to send that package.
Cuesta $75 enviar ese paquete.
I'd like to send this package to Japan.
It costs $75 to send that package.
Where did you visit?
¿Dónde lo visitaste?
I only had time to visit Edinburgh.
Solo tuve tiempo de visitar Edimburgo.
Where did you visit?
I only had time to visit Edinburgh.
I've heard all about you.
Lo he oído todo sobre ti.
What are they saying about me?
¿Qué dicen de mí?
I've heard all about you.
What are they saying about me?
How long will it take to the station?
¿Cuánto tiempo tardará en llegar a la estación?
20 minutes or so, I guess.
20 minutos más o menos, supongo.
How long will it take to the station?
20 minutes or so, I guess.
I need to take this call. Do you mind?
Tengo que atender esta llamada. ¿Te importa?
I don't mind.
No me importa.
I need to take this call. Do you mind?
I don't mind.
Can I pay by credit card?
¿Puedo pagar con tarjeta de crédito?
Sorry, but we only accept cash.
Lo sentimos, pero solo aceptamos efectivo.
Can I pay by credit card?
Sorry, but we only accept cash.
I go abroad for touring every year.
Salgo de gira todos los años al extranjero.
Where are you going this year?
¿A dónde vas este año?
I go abroad for touring every year.
Where are you going this year?
When do you play tennis?
¿Cuándo juega tenis?
I play tennis every Sunday morning.
Juego al tenis todos los domingos por la mañana.
When do you play tennis?
I play tennis every Sunday morning.
Do you want to sit down?
¿Quiere sentarse?
Yes, please. I am tired.
Sí, por favor. Estoy cansado.
Do you want to sit down?
Yes, please. I am tired.
Can you speak French?
¿Puedes hablar francés?
No, I can't speak French.
No, no sé hablar francés.
Can you speak French?
No, I can't speak French.
It's too expensive.
Es demasiado caro.
I can give you a 10% discount.
Puedo darte un 10% de descuento.
It's too expensive.
I can give you a 10% discount.
What day was yesterday?
¿Qué día fue ayer?
Yesterday was Sunday.
Ayer fue domingo.
What day was yesterday?
Yesterday was Sunday.
Will you marry me?
¿Quieres casarte conmigo?
Yes, I will marry you.
Sí, me casaré contigo.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will marry you.
The girl resembles her mother.
La niña se parece a su madre.
They have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Tienen el pelo rubio y los ojos azules.
The girl resembles her mother.
They have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Are you hurt?
¿Te has hecho daño?
Nothing serious.
Nada serio.
Are you hurt?
Nothing serious.
Do you like your boss?
¿Te gusta tu jefe?
She is very generous and understanding.
Es muy generosa y comprensiva.
Do you like your boss?
She is very generous and understanding.
I need you very much.
Te necesito mucho.
I am here to stay.
Estoy aquí para quedarme.
I need you very much.
I am here to stay.
It's so nice to see you again.
Me alegro de volver a verte.
We should meet again next week.
Deberíamos volver a vernos la semana que viene.
It's so nice to see you again.
We should meet again next week.
Is it close to the subway station?
¿Está cerca de la estación de metro?
Yes, it's very close.
Sí, está muy cerca.
Is it close to the subway station?
Yes, it's very close.
Is there a supermarket near here?
¿Hay algún supermercado cerca de aquí?
Yes, it is next to the bank.
Sí, está al lado del banco.
Is there a supermarket near here?
Yes, it is next to the bank.
How long will you stay here?
¿Cuánto tiempo os quedaréis aquí?
I will stay for 3 weeks.
Me quedaré por 3 semanas.
How long will you stay here?
I will stay for 3 weeks.
When shall we meet?
¿Cuándo nos veremos?
You mean to talk about the party?
¿Quieres hablar de la fiesta?
When shall we meet?
You mean to talk about the party?
It looks like it's going to be sunny.
Parece que va a hacer sol.
Yes, it's much better than yesterday.
Sí, es mucho mejor que ayer.
It looks like it's going to be sunny.
Yes, it's much better than yesterday.
Do you have any siblings?
¿Tienes hermanos?
I am the only child.
Soy la única hija.
Do you have any siblings?
I am the only child.
How long have you been skiing?
¿Cuánto tiempo llevas esquiando?
About 3 years.
Unos 3 años.
How long have you been skiing?
About 3 years.
When did you buy the car?
¿Cuándo compraste el auto?
This April.
Este abril.
When did you buy the car?
This April.
Please do not tell her about the surprise party.
Por favor, no le cuentes lo de la fiesta sorpresa.
I promise.
Te lo prometo.
Please do not tell her about the surprise party.
I promise.
Do you like Mexican food?
¿Te gusta la comida mexicana?
Yes, I like it very much.
Sí, me gusta mucho.
Do you like Mexican food?
Yes, I like it very much.
I've got a terrible headache.
Tengo un terrible dolor de cabeza.
Wait here, I'll get your medicine.
Espera aquí, te traeré tu medicina.
I've got a terrible headache.
Wait here, I'll get your medicine.
How much do you weigh?
¿Cuánto pesas?
I think about 185 pounds.
Creo que unas 185 libras.
How much do you weigh?
I think about 185 pounds.
Excuse me, where is the post office?
Disculpe, ¿dónde está la oficina de correos?
Turn right at the first light. You can't miss it.
Gira a la derecha en el primer semáforo. No puedes perdértelo.
Excuse me, where is the post office?
Turn right at the first light. You can't miss it.
We thought that you were married.
Pensamos que eras casado.
No, Elizabeth is my girlfriend.
No, Elizabeth es mi novia.
We thought that you were married.
No, Elizabeth is my girlfriend.
I can't lift my right arm.
No puedo levantar mi brazo derecho.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
¿Quieres ir al hospital?
I can't lift my right arm.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
You have the wrong number.
Tiene el número equivocado.
Sorry, but isn't this Mr. Smith's office number?
Lo siento, pero ¿no es este el número de la oficina del señor Smith?
You have the wrong number.
Sorry, but isn't this Mr. Smith's office number?
I like neither of them.
No me gusta ninguno.
What size do you want?
¿Qué talla quieres?
I like neither of them.
What size do you want?
Have you ever been to Africa?
¿Has estado alguna vez en África?
No, but I want to go to Africa someday.
No, pero quiero ir a África algún día.
Have you ever been to Africa?
No, but I want to go to Africa someday.
Prices have jumped.
Los precios volaron.
How much does the television cost now?
¿Cuánto cuesta la televisión ahora?
Prices have jumped.
How much does the television cost now?
It's my lucky day.
Es mi día de suerte.
Why do you say that?
¿Por qué dices eso?
It's my lucky day.
Why do you say that?
Can you give me the lift?
¿Puedes llevarme a casa?
Sure. Where are you headed?
Claro. ¿A dónde vas?
Can you give me the lift?
Sure. Where are you headed?
How long have you studied English?
¿Cuánto tiempo has estudiado inglés?
About 2 years.
Unos 2 años.
How long have you studied English?
About 2 years.
You really know how to match your clothes.
¿Realmente sabes cómo combinar con tu ropa?
Thank you, and you look great too.
Gracias, y tú también te ves muy bien.
You really know how to match your clothes.
Thank you, and you look great too.
Where are you from?
¿De dónde eres tú?
I come from Japan.
Vengo de Japón.
Where are you from?
I come from Japan.
Excuse me, would you give me a hand?
Disculpe, ¿me echa una mano?
I'd be glad to help.
Estaré encantado de ayudar.
Excuse me, would you give me a hand?
I'd be glad to help.
Where did you go?
¿A dónde te fuiste?
I went to the post office.
Fui a la oficina de correos.
Where did you go?
I went to the post office.
It's cool in autumn.
Hace fresco en otoño.
That's why I love that season.
Por eso me encanta esa temporada.
It's cool in autumn.
That's why I love that season.
Whose is this?
¿De quién es esto?
It's Kathy's.
Es de Katy.
Whose is this?
It's Kathy's.
What would you like to eat?
¿Qué te gustaría comer?
I'd like a sandwich.
Me gustaría un sándwich.
What would you like to eat?
I'd like a sandwich.
I want a tie to go with this suit.
Quiero una corbata que vaya con este traje.
A blue tie is good with a grey suit.
Una corbata azul es buena con un traje gris.
I want a tie to go with this suit.
A blue tie is good with a grey suit.
May I ask you a question?
¿Puedo hacerle una pregunta?
With pleasure.
Con mucho gusto.
May I ask you a question?
With pleasure.
May I try it on?
¿Puedo probármelo?
Sure.
Claro.
May I try it on?
Sure.
Do you enjoy going to the cinema?
¿Te gusta ir al cine?
Yes, watching a movie relaxes me.
Sí, ver una película me relaja.
Do you enjoy going to the cinema?
Yes, watching a movie relaxes me.
Glad to see you again.
Me alegro de volver a verte.
Glad to see you too. I hope everything is good.
Yo también me alegro de verte. Espero que todo esté bien.
Glad to see you again.
Glad to see you too. I hope everything is good.
How is grandmother doing?
¿Cómo está la abuela?
Just so-so.
Solo más o menos.
How is grandmother doing?
Just so-so.
I got a raise.
Me dieron un aumento.
Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Felicitaciones. Me alegro por ti.
I got a raise.
Congratulations. I'm happy for you.
Hold on a second.
Espera un segundo.
Certainly.
Por supuesto que sí.
Hold on a second.
Certainly.
How wide is this bridge?
¿Qué tan ancho es este puente?
20 meters.
20 metros.
How wide is this bridge?
20 meters.
Are you going to be late today?
¿Vas a llegar tarde hoy?
Yes, I think so.
Sí, creo que sí.
Are you going to be late today?
Yes, I think so.
How long did they live in England?
¿Cuánto tiempo vivieron en Inglaterra?
They were there for 8 years.
Estuvieron allí durante 8 años.
How long did they live in England?
They were there for 8 years.
Where is the cat?
¿Dónde está el gato?
She is in the bedroom.
Está en el dormitorio.
Where is the cat?
She is in the bedroom.
I'm a vegetarian.
Soy vegetariano.
You should try the bean dish.
Deberías probar el plato de frijoles.
I'm a vegetarian.
You should try the bean dish.
What's the matter with you?
¿Qué es lo que te pasa?
I've got a pain in my back.
Me duele la espalda.
What's the matter with you?
I've got a pain in my back.
Who's driving?
¿Quién está conduciendo?
My sister will drive.
Mi hermana conducirá.
Who's driving?
My sister will drive.
You have a radio, don't you?
¿Tienes una radio, no?
No, I don't.
No, no lo sé.
You have a radio, don't you?
No, I don't.
I'm very glad to see you.
Estoy muy contento de verte.
How have you been?
¿Cómo has estado?
I'm very glad to see you.
How have you been?
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
¿Tienes hermanos o hermanas?
I only have one sister.
Solo tengo una hermana.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I only have one sister.
Who broke the vase?
¿Quién ha roto el jarrón?
Mary's dog broke the vase.
El perro de Mary rompió el jarrón.
Who broke the vase?
Mary's dog broke the vase.
I failed again.
Volví a fallar.
Don't give up.
No te rindas.
I failed again.
Don't give up.
Where are you from?
¿De dónde eres tú?
I'm from Japan.
Soy de Japón.
Where are you from?
I'm from Japan.
I can't find you.
No puedo encontrarte.
It's on the 8th floor.
Está en el 8º piso.
I can't find you.
It's on the 8th floor.
What's the color of your new dress?
¿De qué color es tu vestido nuevo?
Blue.
Azul.
What's the color of your new dress?
Blue.
These are your books, aren't they?
Estos son tus libros, ¿no?
No, they aren't.
No, no lo son.
These are your books, aren't they?
No, they aren't.
How much is the total?
¿Cuánto es el total?
Your total is 1,600 yen.
Tu total es de 1,600 yenes.
How much is the total?
Your total is 1,600 yen.
This bridge was built 2 years ago.
Este puente se construyó hace 2 años.
This bridge is new compared to that bridge.
Este puente es nuevo comparado con ese puente.
This bridge was built 2 years ago.
This bridge is new compared to that bridge.
I must be going.
Me tengo que ir.
Okay, goodbye.
De acuerdo, adiós.
I must be going.
Okay, goodbye.
Are we going to walk or drive?
¿Vamos a caminar o a conducir?
Let's walk.
Caminemos.
Are we going to walk or drive?
Let's walk.
How are you?
¿Cómo estás?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Could you do it a little cheaper, please?
¿Podrías hacerlo un poco más barato, por favor?
This is the lowest price.
Este es el precio más bajo.
Could you do it a little cheaper, please?
This is the lowest price.
What do you feel like for dinner?
¿Qué te apetece cenar?
You can decide.
Usted puede decidir.
What do you feel like for dinner?
You can decide.
He ran out of money.
Él se quedó sin dinero.
I will pay for his plane ticket.
Pagaré su billete de avión.
He ran out of money.
I will pay for his plane ticket.
What's your name?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Enrique.
Enrique.
What's your name?
Enrique.
Here's a picture of my niece.
Aquí hay una foto de mi sobrina.
What a cutie.
¡Qué monada!
Here's a picture of my niece.
What a cutie.
Would you mind closing the window for me?
¿Te importaría cerrar la ventana por mí?
Not at all.
No, en absoluto.
Would you mind closing the window for me?
Not at all.
Excuse me, what kind of sauce is this?
Disculpe, ¿qué clase de salsa es esta?
It's a tomato-based sauce.
Es una salsa a base de tomate.
Excuse me, what kind of sauce is this?
It's a tomato-based sauce.
What kind of newspapers do you read?
¿Qué tipo de periódicos lees?
A financial newspaper.
Un periódico económico.
What kind of newspapers do you read?
A financial newspaper.
How long do you think it'll take to fix it?
¿Cuánto tiempo crees que tardará en arreglarlo?
Hard to tell.
Difícil de decir.
How long do you think it'll take to fix it?
Hard to tell.
Is that right?
¿Es eso cierto?
Absolutely right.
Absolutamente correcto.
Is that right?
Absolutely right.
How do you do?
¿Cómo está usted?
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
Encantado de conocerte. Encantado de conocerte.
How do you do?
How do you do? Nice to meet you.
Excuse me, can you tell me the correct time?
Discúlpeme, ¿puede decirme la hora correcta?
I don't know what time it is.
No sé qué hora es.
Excuse me, can you tell me the correct time?
I don't know what time it is.
Keep your room clean.
Mantén tu cuarto limpio.
It is always dirty. I have a lot of clothes.
Siempre está sucio. Tengo mucha ropa.
Keep your room clean.
It is always dirty. I have a lot of clothes.
What a beautiful jacket.
Qué hermosa chaqueta.
Do you think it looks good on me?
¿Crees que me queda bien?
What a beautiful jacket.
Do you think it looks good on me?
Could you call me?
¿Podrías llamarme?
Yes, I'll call you tonight.
Sí, te llamaré esta noche.
Could you call me?
Yes, I'll call you tonight.
I wouldn't be willing to leave.
No estaría dispuesto a irme.
I'll stay with you.
Me quedaré contigo.
I wouldn't be willing to leave.
I'll stay with you.
That was boring, wasn't it?
Eso fue aburrido, ¿no?
It sure was.
Seguro que lo era.
That was boring, wasn't it?
It sure was.
How will you spend the evening?
¿Cómo vas a pasar la noche?
I'll probably stay home and watch TV.
Probablemente me quede en casa a ver la tele.
How will you spend the evening?
I'll probably stay home and watch TV.
Were you with anyone?
¿Estabas con alguien?
I was all alone.
Estaba completamente solo.
Were you with anyone?
I was all alone.
Why are you so late?
¿Por qué llegas tan tarde?
I studied for my test tomorrow.
Estudié para mi examen de mañana.
Why are you so late?
I studied for my test tomorrow.
They are not interested in saving money.
A ellos no les interesa ahorrar dinero.
They buy a lot of expensive clothes.
Compran mucha ropa cara.
They are not interested in saving money.
They buy a lot of expensive clothes.
I hope to start my own business.
Espero empezar mi propio negocio.
You would be successful with your work ethic.
Tendrás éxito con tu ética de trabajo.
I hope to start my own business.
You would be successful with your work ethic.
Did you sleep well?
¿Dormiste bien?
No, I couldn't fall asleep.
No, no podía dormirme.
Did you sleep well?
No, I couldn't fall asleep.
Do you have an appointment?
¿Tiene una cita?
No, I don't.
No, no lo sé.
Do you have an appointment?
No, I don't.
Have you seen the doctor?
¿Has visto al médico?
Not yet.
Todavía no.
Have you seen the doctor?
Not yet.
Can you write in English?
¿Sabes escribir en inglés?
No, I can't.
No, no puedo.
Can you write in English?
No, I can't.
I slept 9 hours.
Dormí 9 horas.
That explains why you look well rested.
Eso explica por qué te ves bien descansando.
I slept 9 hours.
That explains why you look well rested.
I really like your simplicity.
Me gusta mucho tu sencillez.
Thank you. My mum's a big influence.
Gracias. Mi madre es una gran influencia.
I really like your simplicity.
Thank you. My mum's a big influence.
We would like to stay here tonight.
Nos gustaría pernoctar aquí.
You are welcome to stay in the extra bedroom.
Usted es bienvenido a quedarse en la habitación extra.
We would like to stay here tonight.
You are welcome to stay in the extra bedroom.
Would you please open the door for me?
¿Podrías abrirme la puerta, por favor?
Certainly.
Por supuesto que sí.
Would you please open the door for me?
Certainly.
Don't be so angry.
No estés tan enfadado.
I am not angry. I am sad.
No estoy enfadado. Estoy triste.
Don't be so angry.
I am not angry. I am sad.
I get carsick easily.
Me mareo fácilmente.
You should get the window seat.
Deberías coger el asiento de la ventanilla.
I get carsick easily.
You should get the window seat.
Whose book is this?
¿De quién es este libro?
That's your book.
Ese es tu libro.
Whose book is this?
That's your book.
Do you eat quickly?
¿Comes rápido?
No, I take my time.
No, me tomo mi tiempo.
Do you eat quickly?
No, I take my time.
I'm planning to study tonight.
Esta noche planeo estudiar.
I do not want to study. I want to go to the concert.
No quiero estudiar. Quiero ir al concierto.
I'm planning to study tonight.
I do not want to study. I want to go to the concert.
I feel like I get along really well with you.
Siento que me llevo muy bien contigo.
I feel the same way too.
Yo también siento lo mismo.
I feel like I get along really well with you.
I feel the same way too.
I am going to buy a new car.
Yo voy a comprarme un nuevo carro.
What color car do you want?
¿De qué color quieres el coche?
I am going to buy a new car.
What color car do you want?
It looks like snow.
Parece que va a nevar.
Yesterday the weather was sunny, and today it is snowing.
Ayer hacía sol y hoy está nevando.
It looks like snow.
Yesterday the weather was sunny, and today it is snowing.
Do you usually stay up late?
¿Suele quedarse despierto hasta tarde?
Only when I'm at a party.
Solo cuando estoy en una fiesta.
Do you usually stay up late?
Only when I'm at a party.
Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
¿Has visto mis lentes por alguna parte?
I saw them last on the kitchen table.
Los vi por última vez en la mesa de la cocina.
Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
I saw them last on the kitchen table.
My idea is quite different from yours.
Mi idea es bastante diferente de la tuya.
I would like to hear more about your idea.
Me gustaría oír más sobre su idea.
My idea is quite different from yours.
I would like to hear more about your idea.
I lost my job.
Perdí mi trabajo.
Don't worry, you'll find a new one.
No te preocupes, encontrarás uno nuevo.
I lost my job.
Don't worry, you'll find a new one.
They are pretty.
Son lindos.
I like those earrings too.
A mí también me gustan esos pendientes.
They are pretty.
I like those earrings too.
Have you ever been to Canada?
¿Has estado alguna vez en Canadá?
No, but I want to go to Canada.
No, pero quiero ir a Canadá.
Have you ever been to Canada?
No, but I want to go to Canada.
How do you like the food?
¿Cómo te gusta la comida?
It tastes fantastic.
Sabe fantástico.
How do you like the food?
It tastes fantastic.
Excuse me, where is number 5 Street?
Discúlpeme, ¿dónde está la calle 5?
Go straight ahead and turn left at the second crossing.
Seguir recto y girar a la izquierda en el segundo cruce.
Excuse me, where is number 5 Street?
Go straight ahead and turn left at the second crossing.
Would you please turn down the TV?
¿Podrías bajarle a la tele, por favor?
Sorry, I like the TV loud.
Lo siento, me gusta el volumen de la tele.
Would you please turn down the TV?
Sorry, I like the TV loud.
Don't forget, we're invited out to dinner tonight.
No lo olvides. Estamos invitados a cenar esta noche.
Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, casi lo olvido. Gracias por recordármelo.
Don't forget, we're invited out to dinner tonight.
Oh, I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
What is the name of that river?
¿Cuál es el nombre de ese río?
That river is the Mississippi.
Ese río es el Mississippi.
What is the name of that river?
That river is the Mississippi.
I arranged this bouquet of flowers.
Arreglé este ramo de flores.
How amazing!
¡Qué asombroso!
I arranged this bouquet of flowers.
How amazing!
Shall we go to the cinema?
¿Vamos al cine?
Sorry, I'm engaged.
Lo siento, estoy comprometida.
Shall we go to the cinema?
Sorry, I'm engaged.
Why did you divorce?
¿Por qué te divorciaste?
He was seeing other women.
Estaba saliendo con otras mujeres.
Why did you divorce?
He was seeing other women.
I feel blue.
Me siento triste.
Why? What happened?
¿Por qué? ¿Qué ha pasado?
I feel blue.
Why? What happened?
What do you usually drink?
¿Qué es lo que bebes habitualmente?
I usually drink tea.
Normalmente bebo té.
What do you usually drink?
I usually drink tea.
What's your first name?
¿Cuál es su nombre de pila?
Michael.
Michael.
What's your first name?
Michael.
Tell me about it.
Dímelo a mí.
The other team did not play well.
El otro equipo no jugó bien.
Tell me about it.
The other team did not play well.
What kinds of fruit do you like the best?
¿Qué tipo de fruta te gusta más?
My favorite fruit is strawberries.
Mi fruta favorita son las fresas.
What kinds of fruit do you like the best?
My favorite fruit is strawberries.
I fell in love with you at first sight.
Me enamoré de ti a primera vista.
That's why you kept staring at me all night long.
Por eso te quedaste mirándome toda la noche.
I fell in love with you at first sight.
That's why you kept staring at me all night long.
You have been a big help.
Has sido de gran ayuda.
Always my pleasure to help.
Siempre es un placer ayudar.
You have been a big help.
Always my pleasure to help.
He always talks big.
Siempre habla mucho.
I hope he follows through.
Espero que siga adelante.
He always talks big.
I hope he follows through.
Is it hard to speak English?
¿Es difícil hablar inglés?
If you practice, English is easy.
Si practicas, el inglés es fácil.
Is it hard to speak English?
If you practice, English is easy.
My money was stolen.
Mi dinero fue robado.
Go to the police station. They can help you.
Ve a la comisaría de policía. Ellos pueden ayudarte.
My money was stolen.
Go to the police station. They can help you.
Are you saying we need more?
¿Estás diciendo que necesitamos más?
You've got the point.
Ya lo has entendido.
Are you saying we need more?
You've got the point.
I failed the tests.
Suspendí las pruebas.
You need to study more.
Necesitas estudiar más.
I failed the tests.
You need to study more.
Can you drive a car?
¿Sabes conducir un coche?
I am still learning how to drive a car.
Todavía estoy aprendiendo a conducir un coche.
Can you drive a car?
I am still learning how to drive a car.
The little boy got stung by a bee.
El niño pequeño fue picado por una abeja.
What a pity.
¡Qué lástima!
The little boy got stung by a bee.
What a pity.
I can't handle this anymore.
Ya no puedo manejar esto.
Don't be so emotional.
No seas tan emocional.
I can't handle this anymore.
Don't be so emotional.
Should we walk?
¿Deberíamos caminar?
No, it's too far. Let's take a taxi.
No, es demasiado lejos. Tomemos un taxi.
Should we walk?
No, it's too far. Let's take a taxi.
How do you feel about this one?
¿Qué te parece este?
This one is better than the first one.
Este es mejor que el primero.
How do you feel about this one?
This one is better than the first one.
What seems to be the problem?
¿Cuál es el problema?
Well, I have a bad cough and a sore throat. I also have a headache.
Bueno, tengo una tos fuerte y dolor de garganta. También tengo dolor de cabeza.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I have a bad cough and a sore throat. I also have a headache.
How old are you?
¿Cuántos años tienes?
I'm 22 years old.
Tengo 22 años.
How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
Have you seen this movie?
¿Has visto esta película?
Yes, it was great.
Sí, ha sido genial.
Have you seen this movie?
Yes, it was great.
Is this the file you're looking for?
¿Este es el archivo que estás buscando?
That's right.
Eso es correcto.
Is this the file you're looking for?
That's right.
Do you keep regular hours?
¿Mantiene un horario regular?
Yes, I do except for holidays.
Sí, excepto por las vacaciones.
Do you keep regular hours?
Yes, I do except for holidays.
Do you have a book?
¿Tienes un libro?
Yes, I do.
Sí, la tengo.
Do you have a book?
Yes, I do.
What did the doctor say?
¿Qué dijo el doctor?
The doctor said it would be good to take some medicine.
El médico dijo que sería bueno tomar algún medicamento.
What did the doctor say?
The doctor said it would be good to take some medicine.
I want someone to talk to.
Quiero a alguien con quien hablar.
He is an excellent listener.
Es un excelente oyente.
I want someone to talk to.
He is an excellent listener.
I'm nervous about going to the dentist.
Estoy nerviosa por ir al dentista.
I understand the way you feel.
Entiendo cómo te sientes.
I'm nervous about going to the dentist.
I understand the way you feel.
Is it still raining?
¿Sigue lloviendo?
No, but we should still take an umbrella.
No, pero aún así deberíamos llevar un paraguas.
Is it still raining?
No, but we should still take an umbrella.
I don't have any change.
No tengo cambio.
Just keep the change.
Quédese con el cambio.
I don't have any change.
Just keep the change.
Do I need an operation?
¿Necesito una operación?
I don't think that will be necessary.
No creo que eso sea necesario.
Do I need an operation?
I don't think that will be necessary.
What are your strong points?
¿Cuáles son tus cualidades?
Staying organized is one of my biggest strengths.
Mantenerme organizada es una de mis mayores fortalezas.
What are your strong points?
Staying organized is one of my biggest strengths.
Do you see him often?
¿Le ves a menudo?
We eat lunch together twice a month.
Almorzamos juntos 2 veces al mes.
Do you see him often?
We eat lunch together twice a month.
Why did you leave your job?
¿Por qué dejaste tu trabajo?
I was offered a new position at a different company.
Me ofrecieron un nuevo puesto en otra compañía.
Why did you leave your job?
I was offered a new position at a different company.
I don't like cheese very much.
No me gusta mucho el queso.
Maybe you should try the rice dish instead of the pizza.
Tal vez deberías probar el plato de arroz en vez de la pizza.
I don't like cheese very much.
Maybe you should try the rice dish instead of the pizza.
Please lend me your car.
Préstame el coche, por favor.
Okay, but I need my car at 5 o'clock tonight.
Vale, pero necesito mi coche esta noche a las 5 en punto.
Please lend me your car.
Okay, but I need my car at 5 o'clock tonight.
How old is your grandfather?
¿Cuántos años tiene tu abuelo?
My grandfather is 91 years old.
Mi abuelo tiene 91 años.
How old is your grandfather?
My grandfather is 91 years old.
When will you finish work?
¿Cuándo terminarás de trabajar?
I will finish around 6 p.m.
Terminaré alrededor de las 6 p.m.
When will you finish work?
I will finish around 6 p.m.
How would you like me to cut it?
¿Cómo quiere que lo corte?
Cut it short all over.
Acortarlo por todas partes.
How would you like me to cut it?
Cut it short all over.
I intend to study abroad.
Tengo la intención de estudiar en el extranjero.
Do you know how to speak another language?
¿Sabes hablar otro idioma?
I intend to study abroad.
Do you know how to speak another language?
I'm pregnant.
Estoy embarazada.
Is it a boy or a girl?
¿Es un niño o una niña?
I'm pregnant.
Is it a boy or a girl?
How long are you going to stay there?
¿Cuánto tiempo te vas a quedar allí?
About 3 weeks.
Unas 3 semanas.
How long are you going to stay there?
About 3 weeks.
Are you coming with me?
¿Vienes conmigo?
No, I need to go to sleep.
No, necesito ir a dormir.
Are you coming with me?
No, I need to go to sleep.
I would like to eat sushi.
Me gustaría comer sushi.
I want to eat rice and soup.
Quiero comer arroz y sopa.
I would like to eat sushi.
I want to eat rice and soup.
What's your favorite sport?
¿Cuál es tu deporte favorito?
I like football best.
Me gusta más el fútbol.
What's your favorite sport?
I like football best.
I don't like coffee.
No me gusta el café.
Do you like tea?
¿Te gusta el té?
I don't like coffee.
Do you like tea?
Do you have a minute?
¿Tienes un minuto?
No, I have to go.
No, tengo que irme.
Do you have a minute?
No, I have to go.
What's your daughter's name?
¿Cómo se llama tu hija?
Her name is Naomi.
Su nombre es Naomi.
What's your daughter's name?
Her name is Naomi.
What did you do today?
¿Qué hiciste hoy?
I played with my friends.
Jugué con mis amigos.
What did you do today?
I played with my friends.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
¿Estás listo para mañana?
No, not yet.
No, todavía no.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
No, not yet.
How's the weather today?
¿Cómo está el tiempo hoy?
It's bright, sunny, and not a cloud in sight.
Es brillante, soleado y no hay ni una nube a la vista.
How's the weather today?
It's bright, sunny, and not a cloud in sight.
How are things going with the twins?
¿Cómo van las cosas con los gemelos?
So far, so good.
Hasta ahora todo bien.
How are things going with the twins?
So far, so good.
Let's take a break.
Tomémonos un descanso.
We will work on the job later.
Trabajaremos en el trabajo más tarde.
Let's take a break.
We will work on the job later.
How many sisters and brothers do you have?
¿Cuántos hermanos y hermanas tienes?
I have a little brother and a little sister.
Tengo un hermanito y una hermanita.
How many sisters and brothers do you have?
I have a little brother and a little sister.
Do you like meat or seafood?
¿Te gusta la carne o los mariscos?
I prefer beef.
Prefiero la carne de vaca.
Do you like meat or seafood?
I prefer beef.
She was born with 2 different eye colors.
Nació con 2 colores de ojos diferentes.
It's hard to believe.
Es difícil de creer.
She was born with 2 different eye colors.
It's hard to believe.
Where is the entrance to the museum?
¿Dónde está la entrada del museo?
You enter through the doors at the back.
Entras por las puertas de atrás.
Where is the entrance to the museum?
You enter through the doors at the back.
How did you make it?
¿Cómo lo hiciste?
I arrived at the airport at 3 o'clock, then took a bus.
Llegué al aeropuerto a las 3 en punto y luego tomé un autobús.
How did you make it?
I arrived at the airport at 3 o'clock, then took a bus.
What do you eat?
¿Qué es lo que comes?
Toast, coffee, and salad when I have time.
Tostadas, café y ensalada cuando tenga tiempo.
What do you eat?
Toast, coffee, and salad when I have time.
I'm responsible for this.
Soy el responsable de esto.
Don't blame yourself.
No te culpes a ti mismo.
I'm responsible for this.
Don't blame yourself.
Do you live alone?
¿Vives solo?
No, I live with my family and a cat.
No, vivo con mi familia y un gato.
Do you live alone?
No, I live with my family and a cat.
How tall are you?
¿Cuánto mides?
I'm 5 feet 4 inches. How about you?
Mido 5 pies 4 pulgadas. ¿Qué hay de ti?
How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet 4 inches. How about you?
Where do you want to visit most?
¿Dónde quieres visitar más?
I want to visit the most is Paris.
Lo que más quiero visitar es París.
Where do you want to visit most?
I want to visit the most is Paris.
How is your new job?
¿Cómo va tu nuevo trabajo?
I'm adjusting very well to it.
Me estoy adaptando muy bien a ello.
How is your new job?
I'm adjusting very well to it.
When is it convenient for you?
¿Cuándo es conveniente para usted?
I'm free on Sunday.
Estoy libre el domingo.
When is it convenient for you?
I'm free on Sunday.
When and where were you born?
¿Cuándo y dónde nació?
I was born in 1969 in Seattle.
Nací en 1969 en Seattle.
When and where were you born?
I was born in 1969 in Seattle.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
Disculpe, ¿está ocupado este asiento?
No, it isn't.
No, no lo es.
Excuse me, is this seat taken?
No, it isn't.
My father smokes.
Mi padre fuma.
Does this bother you?
¿Esto te molesta?
My father smokes.
Does this bother you?
Why were you absent yesterday?
¿Por qué te ausentaste ayer?
I was sick yesterday, so I stayed home.
Ayer estaba enfermo, así que me quedé en casa.
Why were you absent yesterday?
I was sick yesterday, so I stayed home.
I felt heartbroken.
Me sentí con el corazón roto.
Tell me what happened.
Cuéntame qué ha pasado.
I felt heartbroken.
Tell me what happened.
How's the weather tomorrow?
¿Cómo está el tiempo mañana?
It looks like it's going to rain again.
Parece que va a llover de nuevo.
How's the weather tomorrow?
It looks like it's going to rain again.
How many times do you work out a week?
¿Cuántas veces haces ejercicio a la semana?
I work out on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Hago ejercicio los martes, miércoles y viernes.
How many times do you work out a week?
I work out on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
What position do you play?
¿En qué posición juegas?
I'm a catcher.
Soy un receptor.
What position do you play?
I'm a catcher.
My work is finished.
Mi trabajo está terminado.
Now can we go to the shopping mall?
¿Ahora podemos ir al centro comercial?
My work is finished.
Now can we go to the shopping mall?
Are you a native speaker of English?
¿Es usted hablante nativo de inglés?
No, my mother language is Spanish.
No, mi lengua materna es el español.
Are you a native speaker of English?
No, my mother language is Spanish.
How did your brother arrive?
¿Cómo llegó tu hermano?
He came by train.
Vino en tren.
How did your brother arrive?
He came by train.
I think the bigger one is better.
Creo que el más grande es mejor.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Gracias por su sugerencia.
I think the bigger one is better.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Any news?
¿Alguna novedad?
There's nothing new.
No hay nada nuevo.
Any news?
There's nothing new.
What do you study?
¿Qué estudias?
My major is economics.
Mi especialidad es economía.
What do you study?
My major is economics.
Are you John's brother?
¿Eres el hermano de John?
No, I'm not.
No, no lo estoy.
Are you John's brother?
No, I'm not.
Thank you for today.
Gracias por hoy.
You are welcome. Come again.
Eres bienvenido. Vuelve otra vez.
Thank you for today.
You are welcome. Come again.
Do you want to own a pet?
¿Quieres tener una mascota?
I have wanted a cat since I was a little girl.
He querido un gato desde que era una niña pequeña.
Do you want to own a pet?
I have wanted a cat since I was a little girl.
It's bitterly cold today.
Hace mucho frío hoy.
Here's a scarf to keep you warm.
Aquí tienes una bufanda para mantenerte caliente.
It's bitterly cold today.
Here's a scarf to keep you warm.
Would you tell Mr. White that I called?
¿Podría decirle al señor White que llamé?
Okay, I'll make it.
Está bien, lo haré.
Would you tell Mr. White that I called?
Okay, I'll make it.
That man is a teacher, isn't he?
Ese hombre es un maestro, ¿no?
Yes, he is.
Sí, lo es.
That man is a teacher, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Do you get headaches easily?
¿Le dan dolores de cabeza fácilmente?
Looking at my computer screen all day causes headaches.
Mirar la pantalla de mi computadora todo el día causa dolores de cabeza.
Do you get headaches easily?
Looking at my computer screen all day causes headaches.
Where do you have your lunch?
¿Dónde tienes tu almuerzo?
I have my lunch in a snack bar nearby.
Tengo mi almuerzo en un bar cercano.
Where do you have your lunch?
I have my lunch in a snack bar nearby.
This hairstyle looks really great on you.
Este peinado te queda muy bien.
You should try it too.
Deberías intentarlo tú también.
This hairstyle looks really great on you.
You should try it too.
How are you feeling?
¿Cómo te sientes?
I don't feel good.
No me siento bien.
How are you feeling?
I don't feel good.
It smells delicious.
Huele de maravilla.
The chicken is almost done cooking.
El pollo está casi listo para cocinar.
It smells delicious.
The chicken is almost done cooking.
Are you awake?
¿Estás despierto?
I'm awake but need a cup of coffee.
Estoy despierto, pero necesito una taza de café.
Are you awake?
I'm awake but need a cup of coffee.
He was born in Africa.
Él nació en África.
Does he visit his home often?
¿Visita su casa a menudo?
He was born in Africa.
Does he visit his home often?
Tomorrow is my day off.
Mañana es mi día libre.
We should go to the zoo.
Deberíamos ir al zoológico.
Tomorrow is my day off.
We should go to the zoo.
Where can I find a supermarket?
¿Dónde puedo encontrar un supermercado?
Just around the corner.
A la vuelta de la esquina.
Where can I find a supermarket?
Just around the corner.
How about having dinner with me?
¿Qué tal si cenamos juntos?
Sounds great.
Suena genial.
How about having dinner with me?
Sounds great.
We're getting married.
Nos vamos a casar.
I'm happy for you.
Me alegro por ti.
We're getting married.
I'm happy for you.
What do you do in your spare time?
¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre?
I like listening to pop music.
Me gusta escuchar música pop.
What do you do in your spare time?
I like listening to pop music.
What time do you finish your work?
¿A qué hora terminas tu trabajo?
At 6 o'clock sharp.
A las 6 en punto.
What time do you finish your work?
At 6 o'clock sharp.
Is it far?
¿Está lejos?
No, it's only a 10-minute walk.
No, son solo 10 minutos a pie.
Is it far?
No, it's only a 10-minute walk.
I fell in love with her at first sight.
Me enamoré de ella a la primera vista.
When did you meet her?
¿Cuándo lo conociste?
I fell in love with her at first sight.
When did you meet her?
You will get it fixed today, won't you?
Lo arreglarás hoy, ¿verdad?
I don't see any problem.
No veo ningún problema.
You will get it fixed today, won't you?
I don't see any problem.
Are you feeling okay?
¿Te encuentras bien?
I don't feel well.
No me siento bien.
Are you feeling okay?
I don't feel well.
Can I get you anything else?
¿Puedo traerle algo más?
A cup of tea, please.
Una taza de té, por favor.
Can I get you anything else?
A cup of tea, please.
How many people should we invite?
¿A cuánta gente deberíamos invitar?
It's up to you.
Depende de ti.
How many people should we invite?
It's up to you.
He knocked his knee against the chair.
Se golpeó la rodilla con la silla.
Did he need a doctor?
¿Necesitaba un médico?
He knocked his knee against the chair.
Did he need a doctor?
Last month was December, wasn't it?
El mes pasado fue diciembre, ¿no?
Yes, it was.
Sí, lo fue.
Last month was December, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Are you sure you can carry all of these?
¿Estás seguro de que puedes llevar todo esto?
I'm sure I can.
Estoy seguro de que puedo.
Are you sure you can carry all of these?
I'm sure I can.
Drive faster.
Conduce más rápido.
It's against the law.
Es contra la ley.
Drive faster.
It's against the law.
What a beautiful flower.
¡Qué flor tan bonita!
Pink is my favorite color.
El rosa es mi color favorito.
What a beautiful flower.
Pink is my favorite color.
Can you give me a discount?
¿Puedes hacerme un descuento?
I can't go any cheaper than that.
No puedo ir más barato que eso.
Can you give me a discount?
I can't go any cheaper than that.
Are you gonna be late today?
¿Vas a llegar tarde hoy?
No, I'll be home at the usual time.
No, estaré en casa a la hora habitual.
Are you gonna be late today?
No, I'll be home at the usual time.
Where are your pens?
¿Dónde están tus bolígrafos?
They're over there.
Están por allá.
Where are your pens?
They're over there.
Should I go to her soccer game?
Debería ir a su partido de fútbol.
You can go if you want to.
Puedes irte si quieres.
Should I go to her soccer game?
You can go if you want to.
His English is quite good.
Su inglés es bastante bueno.
He speaks better than me.
Habla mejor que yo.
His English is quite good.
He speaks better than me.
Do you like Coke?
¿Te gusta la Coca-Cola?
I like Sprite better than Coke.
Me gusta más Sprite que Coca-Cola.
Do you like Coke?
I like Sprite better than Coke.
You must study hard.
Tienes que estudiar con ganas.
I know. This test will be very difficult.
Lo sé, esta prueba será muy difícil.
You must study hard.
I know. This test will be very difficult.
Do you hear me?
¿Me escuchas?
Yes, but you sound faint.
Sí, pero suenas débil.
Do you hear me?
Yes, but you sound faint.
Whose room is this?
¿De quién es esta habitación?
This is Charlie's room.
Esta es la habitación de Charlie.
Whose room is this?
This is Charlie's room.
Would you please stop talking?
¿Podría usted dejar de hablar, por favor?
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were working here.
Lo siento, no sabía que trabajabas aquí.
Would you please stop talking?
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were working here.
There is no meat left in the fridge.
No queda carne en el refrigerador.
We need to go to the grocery store.
Tenemos que ir al supermercado.
There is no meat left in the fridge.
We need to go to the grocery store.
Nice talking with you.
Fue un placer hablar contigo.
You too. We should do this more often.
Tú también. Deberíamos hacer esto más a menudo.
Nice talking with you.
You too. We should do this more often.
This restaurant has good food.
Este restaurante tiene buena comida.
I agree. Everything is yummy.
Estoy de acuerdo. Todo está delicioso.
This restaurant has good food.
I agree. Everything is yummy.
Do you want to take a break?
¿Quieres tomarte un descanso?
No, I'm not tired.
No, no estoy cansado.
Do you want to take a break?
No, I'm not tired.
By the way, are you free this afternoon?
Por cierto, ¿estás libre esta tarde?
I am free after 3 p.m. to get coffee.
Estoy libre después de las 3 p.m. para tomar un café.
By the way, are you free this afternoon?
I am free after 3 p.m. to get coffee.
Would you like to order now?
¿Desea ordenar ahora?
Yes, please.
Sí, por favor.
Would you like to order now?
Yes, please.
How's your wife?
¿Cómo está tu esposa?
She's good.
Ella es buena.
How's your wife?
She's good.
Could you sign here?
¿Podría firmar aquí?
Yes. Do you have a pen?
Sí. ¿Tienes un bolígrafo?
Could you sign here?
Yes. Do you have a pen?
Water the flowers.
Riega las flores.
Sure. I love taking care of plants.
Claro, me encanta cuidar de las plantas.
Water the flowers.
Sure. I love taking care of plants.
What's your name?
¿Cómo te llamas?
My name is Samantha.
Mi nombre es Samantha.
What's your name?
My name is Samantha.
Is that a book?
¿Eso es un libro?
No, it isn't.
No, no lo es.
Is that a book?
No, it isn't.
What do you do in your spare time?
¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre?
I like playing football.
Me gusta jugar al fútbol.
What do you do in your spare time?
I like playing football.
I'm not in favor of such a plan.
No estoy a favor de un plan así.
He is a tour guide. He knows the route.
Es un guía turístico. Conoce la ruta.
I'm not in favor of such a plan.
He is a tour guide. He knows the route.
What do you like best? Apples, pears, or bananas?
¿Qué es lo que más te gusta? ¿Manzanas, peras o plátanos?
Apples.
Manzanas.
What do you like best? Apples, pears, or bananas?
Apples.
When are you coming back?
¿Cuándo vas a volver?
I'm coming back on the 24th.
Volveré el 24.
When are you coming back?
I'm coming back on the 24th.
What's your first name?
¿Cuál es su nombre de pila?
My first name is Peter.
Mi nombre de pila es Peter.
What's your first name?
My first name is Peter.
Eat everything.
Cómete todo.
Thank you for cooking so much delicious food.
Gracias por cocinar tanta comida deliciosa.
Eat everything.
Thank you for cooking so much delicious food.
How did you spend your holiday?
¿Cómo pasaste tus vacaciones?
I went to travel with my friends.
Fui a viajar con mis amigos.
How did you spend your holiday?
I went to travel with my friends.
What's new with you?
¿Qué hay de nuevo contigo?
I got a new job in the city.
Tengo un nuevo trabajo en la ciudad.
What's new with you?
I got a new job in the city.
How do you spend your evenings?
¿Cómo pasas las tardes?
Surf the internet at home.
Navegue por internet en casa.
How do you spend your evenings?
Surf the internet at home.
It seems like this is the long way.
Parece que este es el camino más largo.
No, it's not. The other one's longer.
No, no lo es. El otro es más largo.
It seems like this is the long way.
No, it's not. The other one's longer.
Is he your teacher?
¿Él es vuestro profesor?
He was my teacher last year.
Fue mi profesor el año pasado.
Is he your teacher?
He was my teacher last year.
It's too spicy.
Es demasiado picante.
Here, drink some milk.
Toma, bebe un poco de leche.
It's too spicy.
Here, drink some milk.
He does not smoke.
No fuma.
That is a good thing for his lungs.
Eso es bueno para sus pulmones.
He does not smoke.
That is a good thing for his lungs.
Do you have breakfast every day?
¿Desayunas todos los días?
Each day I eat toast and eggs.
Cada día como tostadas y huevos.
Do you have breakfast every day?
Each day I eat toast and eggs.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
¿Qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre?
I like collecting stamps.
Me gusta coleccionar sellos.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like collecting stamps.
How long have you known her?
¿Hace cuánto la conoces?
We have been friends since we were babies.
Hemos sido amigos desde que éramos bebés.
How long have you known her?
We have been friends since we were babies.
Why don't you agree?
¿Por qué no estás de acuerdo?
I don't think it's very realistic.
No creo que sea muy realista.
Why don't you agree?
I don't think it's very realistic.
Excuse me, will you take a picture of us?
Disculpe, ¿podría tomarnos una foto?
Of course.
Por supuesto.
Excuse me, will you take a picture of us?
Of course.
I know a good restaurant.
Conozco un buen restaurante.
What kind of food do they serve?
¿Qué tipo de comida sirven?
I know a good restaurant.
What kind of food do they serve?
Where does it hurt?
¿Dónde te duele?
Here.
Aquí.
Where does it hurt?
Here.
Would you mind opening the window?
¿Le importaría abrir la ventana?
Not at all.
No, en absoluto.
Would you mind opening the window?
Not at all.
May I try it on?
¿Puedo probármelo?
Of course you can.
Por supuesto que puedes.
May I try it on?
Of course you can.
This house has 2 bathrooms.
Esta casa tiene 2 baños.
My house only has one bathroom.
Mi casa solo tiene un baño.
This house has 2 bathrooms.
My house only has one bathroom.
I'll see to it.
Me encargaré de ello.
I appreciate you.
Te lo agradezco.
I'll see to it.
I appreciate you.
Sorry to keep you waiting for so long.
Siento haberte hecho esperar tanto tiempo.
No, it's fine. Is something wrong though?
No, no, no. Está bien, está bien. ¿Algo va mal, sin embargo?
Sorry to keep you waiting for so long.
No, it's fine. Is something wrong though?
What's this?
¿Qué es esto?
That's a book.
Eso es un libro.
What's this?
That's a book.
You have a good taste.
Tienes buen gusto.
Do you really think so?
¿Realmente lo crees?
You have a good taste.
Do you really think so?
What was I saying?
¿Qué estaba diciendo?
You were telling me about your trip to Shanghai.
¿Me hablabas de tu viaje a Shanghái?
What was I saying?
You were telling me about your trip to Shanghai.
How unlucky I am.
¡Qué mala suerte tengo!
It always rains during our soccer matches.
Siempre llueve durante los partidos de fútbol.
How unlucky I am.
It always rains during our soccer matches.
Do you worry about your child's tuition?
Se preocupa por la salud de su hijo.
We have started saving since they were born.
Hemos empezado a ahorrar desde que nacieron.
Do you worry about your child's tuition?
We have started saving since they were born.
It seems warm outside.
Se ve caluroso afuera.
We can go horseback riding Friday.
Podemos ir a montar a caballo hoy.
It seems warm outside.
We can go horseback riding Friday.
I heard the crash. Are you all right?
Oí el choque. ¿Estás bien?
No need to worry.
No hay necesidad de preocuparse.
I heard the crash. Are you all right?
No need to worry.
Do you want to work from home?
¿Quieres trabajar desde casa?
It would allow me to spend more time with my children.
Me permitiría pasar más tiempo con mis hijos.
Do you want to work from home?
It would allow me to spend more time with my children.
I have cavities.
Tengo caries.
Try eating less candy.
Trate de comer menos dulces.
I have cavities.
Try eating less candy.
It is very cold today, isn't it?
Hoy hace mucho frío, ¿verdad?
Yes, I am skiing today.
Sí, hoy voy a esquiar.
It is very cold today, isn't it?
Yes, I am skiing today.
I'm afraid of failure.
Le temo al fracaso.
You'll be fine. Don't be nervous.
Te pondrás bien. No te pongas nervioso.
I'm afraid of failure.
You'll be fine. Don't be nervous.
Does his film appeal to you?
¿Qué atrae su película?
Just so.
Solo para que así sea.
Does his film appeal to you?
Just so.
Do you often go to restaurants for dinner?
¿Sueles ir a cenar a restaurantes?
Many nights a week I go to restaurants.
Muchas noches a la semana voy a restaurantes.
Do you often go to restaurants for dinner?
Many nights a week I go to restaurants.
We have had plenty of snow this year.
Este año tuvimos mucha nieve.
The weather will be nice soon.
Pronto hará buen tiempo.
We have had plenty of snow this year.
The weather will be nice soon.
Were you busy yesterday?
¿Estabas ocupado ayer?
I was very busy at work and at home.
Estaba muy ocupado en el trabajo y en casa.
Were you busy yesterday?
I was very busy at work and at home.
Do you care what we get for dinner?
¿Te importa lo que tengamos para cenar?
I'd prefer meat to fish.
Prefiero la carne al pescado.
Do you care what we get for dinner?
I'd prefer meat to fish.
I have been under a lot of pressure recently.
He estado bajo mucha presión últimamente.
Maybe you should make a list to help organize your tasks.
Tal vez deberías hacer una lista para ayudar a organizar tus tareas.
I have been under a lot of pressure recently.
Maybe you should make a list to help organize your tasks.
Our project failed.
Nuestro proyecto fracasó.
Next time we should work better as a team.
La próxima vez deberíamos trabajar mejor en equipo.
Our project failed.
Next time we should work better as a team.
His aunt looks young.
Su tía parece joven.
She is 32 years old.
Tiene 32 años.
His aunt looks young.
She is 32 years old.
How much money do you want to exchange?
¿Cuánto dinero quieres cambiar?
Please exchange 5,000 yen.
Por favor, cambie 5,000 yenes.
How much money do you want to exchange?
Please exchange 5,000 yen.
I have many friends in foreign countries.
Tengo muchos amigos en el extranjero.
Do you visit them often?
¿Los visita con frecuencia?
I have many friends in foreign countries.
Do you visit them often?
Why are you so angry with him?
¿Por qué estás tan enfadado con él?
He did not invite me to the party.
No me invitó a la fiesta.
Why are you so angry with him?
He did not invite me to the party.
Hi, John. What lessons will you take this semester?
Hola, John. ¿Qué lecciones tomarás este semestre?
I'm taking history.
Me llevo a historia.
Hi, John. What lessons will you take this semester?
I'm taking history.
For here or to go?
¿Para aquí o para llevar?
For here.
Por aquí.
For here or to go?
For here.
My joints ache.
Me duelen las articulaciones.
Here is some cream to help.
Aquí hay algo de crema para ayudar.
My joints ache.
Here is some cream to help.
He is introverted.
Él es introvertido.
Maybe I'll write a letter to him instead.
Tal vez le escriba una carta en su lugar.
He is introverted.
Maybe I'll write a letter to him instead.
What are you interested in?
¿Qué te interesa?
I like history and geography.
Me gusta la historia y la geografía.
What are you interested in?
I like history and geography.
What's your favorite music?
¿Cuál es tu música favorita?
Rock music.
Música rock.
What's your favorite music?
Rock music.
Can you pick me up at the station?
¿Podrías recogerme en la estación?
Yes. What time?
Sí, ¿a qué hora?
Can you pick me up at the station?
Yes. What time?
Are you watching TV now?
¿Estás viendo la tele ahora?
No, I'm listening to the music.
No, estoy escuchando la música.
Are you watching TV now?
No, I'm listening to the music.
I'm so happy you could come.
Estoy tan feliz de que hayas podido venir.
Thank you for inviting me.
Gracias por invitarme.
I'm so happy you could come.
Thank you for inviting me.
Have you finished reading the novel?
¿Has terminado de leer la novela?
The ending was not what I expected.
El final no fue lo que esperaba.
Have you finished reading the novel?
The ending was not what I expected.
Do you think it fits okay?
¿Crees que te queda bien?
Yes, it looks terrific.
Sí, se ve estupendo.
Do you think it fits okay?
Yes, it looks terrific.
Don't you think we should break up?
¿No crees que deberíamos romper?
Is that what you really want?
¿Es eso lo que realmente quieres?
Don't you think we should break up?
Is that what you really want?
How tall are you?
¿Cuánto mides?
I'm 5 feet 10 inches.
Mido 5 pies, 10 pulgadas.
How tall are you?
I'm 5 feet 10 inches.
When will the next bus come?
¿Cuándo llegará el próximo autobús?
The next bus arrives at 5 p.m.
El próximo autobús llega a las 5 p.m.
When will the next bus come?
The next bus arrives at 5 p.m.
He knows a lot about animals.
Él sabe muchas cosas sobre animales.
He has 3 dogs, 5 cats, and a bird.
Tiene 3 perros, 5 gatos y un pájaro.
He knows a lot about animals.
He has 3 dogs, 5 cats, and a bird.
What did he say?
¿Qué dijo?
He said he is from Canada.
Dijo que es de Canadá.
What did he say?
He said he is from Canada.
How have you been these days?
¿Cómo has estado estos días?
Not too bad.
No está tan mal.
How have you been these days?
Not too bad.
Do you need a doctor?
¿Necesita un médico?
Yes, I think so.
Sí, creo que sí.
Do you need a doctor?
Yes, I think so.
Do you often have dreams?
¿Sueles tener sueños?
Some nights I have very vivid dreams.
Algunas noches tengo sueños muy vívidos.
Do you often have dreams?
Some nights I have very vivid dreams.
You have no appetite, do you?
No tienes apetito, ¿verdad?
I can't taste well because of my cold.
No puedo saber bien debido a mi resfriado.
You have no appetite, do you?
I can't taste well because of my cold.
What time will dinner be served?
¿A qué hora servirán la cena?
We will eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
Cenaremos a las 6 en punto.
What time will dinner be served?
We will eat dinner at 6 o'clock.
Wait for a moment outside the room.
Espera un momento fuera de la sala.
When can I come in?
¿Cuándo puedo entrar?
Wait for a moment outside the room.
When can I come in?
Whose cell phone is this?
¿De quién es este celular?
It's my new phone.
Es mi nuevo teléfono.
Whose cell phone is this?
It's my new phone.
What do you do in your spare time?
¿Qué haces en tu tiempo libre?
Read books and chat with friends.
Lea libros y charle con sus amigos.
What do you do in your spare time?
Read books and chat with friends.
Keep an eye on the bags.
Estate pendiente de las bolsas.
I will stay here with them.
Me quedaré aquí con ellos.
Keep an eye on the bags.
I will stay here with them.
What are you doing?
¿Qué estás haciendo?
I'm reading a book.
Estoy leyendo un libro.
What are you doing?
I'm reading a book.
What will it be after the clear weather?
¿Qué será después del tiempo despejado?
It says a storm may come next month.
Dice que puede haber tormenta el mes que viene.
What will it be after the clear weather?
It says a storm may come next month.
I'd like to go there by subway.
Me gustaría ir en metro.
I prefer to travel by plane.
Prefiero viajar en avión.
I'd like to go there by subway.
I prefer to travel by plane.
Do you need a receipt?
¿Necesita un recibo?
Yes, please make one for me.
Sí, por favor, hazme uno.
Do you need a receipt?
Yes, please make one for me.
What are you interested in?
¿Qué es lo que le interesa?
I'm more interested in psychology.
Me interesa más la psicología.
What are you interested in?
I'm more interested in psychology.
Do we need to bring anything?
¿Tenemos que traer algo?
Just bring your writing tools.
Solo trae tus herramientas de escritura.
Do we need to bring anything?
Just bring your writing tools.
She's slender.
Es delgada.
I wonder how tall she is.
Me pregunto qué tan alta es.
She's slender.
I wonder how tall she is.
It's warm today.
Hoy hace calor.
I can finally wear my new crop top.
Por fin puedo usar mi nuevo top de cultivo.
It's warm today.
I can finally wear my new crop top.
Do you speak English?
¿Habla usted inglés?
Yes, I speak English and French too.
Sí, yo también hablo inglés y francés.
Do you speak English?
Yes, I speak English and French too.
Who are those people?
¿Quiénes son esas personas?
Maybe they're lawyers.
Tal vez sean abogados.
Who are those people?
Maybe they're lawyers.
It is growing cool.
Se está enfriando.
Here, use my jacket.
Toma, usa mi chaqueta.
It is growing cool.
Here, use my jacket.
What do you do at work?
¿Qué haces en el trabajo?
I answer telephones and do some typing.
Contesto los teléfonos y escribo un poco.
What do you do at work?
I answer telephones and do some typing.
This room is very dirty.
Esta habitación está muy sucia.
Let me help you clean it up.
Déjame ayudarte a limpiarlo.
This room is very dirty.
Let me help you clean it up.
Who does he think he is?
¿Quién se cree que es?
Calm down.
Cálmese, por favor.
Who does he think he is?
Calm down.
Do you like black cats?
¿Le gustan los gatos negros?
I am too superstitious.
Soy demasiado supersticioso.
Do you like black cats?
I am too superstitious.
What were you doing when I called?
¿Qué estabas haciendo cuando te llamé?
I was about to leave.
Estaba a punto de irme.
What were you doing when I called?
I was about to leave.
I'd like to see the doctor soon.
Me gustaría ver al médico pronto.
When can you come for an appointment?
¿Qué puedes hacer para venir a una cita?
I'd like to see the doctor soon.
When can you come for an appointment?
What time do you wake up?
¿A qué hora te despiertas?
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Me despierto a las 7 en punto.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up at 7 o'clock.
Have you ever returned home before 7?
¿Has vuelto a la casa antes de las 7 alguna vez?
No, I like to stay out late.
No, me gusta salir hasta tarde.
Have you ever returned home before 7?
No, I like to stay out late.
I wonder if the plane will arrive on time.
Me pregunto si el avión llegará a tiempo.
I hope so.
Eso espero.
I wonder if the plane will arrive on time.
I hope so.
You were here in February, weren't you?
Estuvo aquí en febrero, ¿verdad?
No, I wasn't.
No, no lo estaba.
You were here in February, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
When is it convenient for you?
¿Cuándo es conveniente para usted?
Friday afternoon is fine.
El viernes por la tarde está bien.
When is it convenient for you?
Friday afternoon is fine.
Whose shoes are these?
¿De quién son estos zapatos?
They must be my daughter's shoes.
Deben ser los zapatos de mi hija.
Whose shoes are these?
They must be my daughter's shoes.
The milk tastes sour.
La leche tiene un sabor agrio.
It is old. Drink the apple juice.
Es viejo. Bebe el jugo de manzana.
The milk tastes sour.
It is old. Drink the apple juice.
Do you have a good relationship with your colleagues?
¿Tiene una buena relación con sus colegas?
My colleagues have turned into some of my best friends.
Mis colegas se han convertido en algunos de mis mejores amigos.
Do you have a good relationship with your colleagues?
My colleagues have turned into some of my best friends.
How would you like to pay?
¿Cómo le gustaría pagar?
I'll pay by credit card.
Pagaré con tarjeta de crédito.
How would you like to pay?
I'll pay by credit card.
Hello, is Ms. Wilson there?
Hola, ¿está la señorita Wilson?
I'll see if I can get her for you.
Veré si puedo conseguirla para ti.
Hello, is Ms. Wilson there?
I'll see if I can get her for you.
What do you think?
¿Qué opinas tú?
You really have a talent for writing songs.
Realmente tienes talento para escribir canciones.
What do you think?
You really have a talent for writing songs.
I can't stop laughing.
No puedo dejar de reír.
This movie is my favorite because it is funny.
Esta película es mi favorita porque es divertida.
I can't stop laughing.
This movie is my favorite because it is funny.
I would like you to come with me.
Tengo ganas de que vengas conmigo.
I can come on Tuesday.
Puedo ir el martes.
I would like you to come with me.
I can come on Tuesday.
Are you still feeling sick?
¿Todavía te sientes mal?
I feel much better.
Me siento mucho mejor.
Are you still feeling sick?
I feel much better.
The drain is blocked again.
El desagüe está bloqueado de nuevo.
I'll call the plumber to get it fixed.
Llamaré al plomero para que lo arregle.
The drain is blocked again.
I'll call the plumber to get it fixed.
Aren't they students?
¿No son estudiantes?
I really don't know.
Realmente no lo sé.
Aren't they students?
I really don't know.
You made a mistake on this bill.
Cometiste un error en este proyecto de ley.
Please wait while I double check.
Por favor, espere mientras lo compruebo.
You made a mistake on this bill.
Please wait while I double check.
Please answer the phone.
Por favor, coge el teléfono.
The phone is broken. He cannot answer.
El teléfono está roto. No puede responder.
Please answer the phone.
The phone is broken. He cannot answer.
I don't like to speak in public.
No me gusta hablar en público.
Don't be afraid. Everyone is nice.
No tengas miedo. Todo el mundo es amable.
I don't like to speak in public.
Don't be afraid. Everyone is nice.
Are seats available?
¿Hay asientos libres?
Yes, we have 4 seats.
Sí, tenemos 4 asientos.
Are seats available?
Yes, we have 4 seats.
I'm gaining weight.
Estoy engordando.
Exercise is good for you.
El ejercicio es bueno para usted.
I'm gaining weight.
Exercise is good for you.
What kinds of food don't you like?
¿Qué tipo de comida no te gusta?
I'm bad with spicy foods.
Soy malo con la comida picante.
What kinds of food don't you like?
I'm bad with spicy foods.
How is your holiday?
¿Cómo van tus vacaciones?
It was fun and exciting.
Fue divertido y emocionante.
How is your holiday?
It was fun and exciting.
What are you doing?
¿Qué estás haciendo?
I am watching television.
Estoy viendo la televisión.
What are you doing?
I am watching television.
What's your address?
¿Cuál es tu dirección?
44 Lincoln Street.
44 Lincoln Street.
What's your address?
44 Lincoln Street.
Do you know Mary?
¿Conoces a Mari?
Sure, we are friends since primary school.
Claro, somos amigos desde la escuela primaria.
Do you know Mary?
Sure, we are friends since primary school.
You look happy today.
Pareces feliz hoy.
I'm very happy. I passed the exam.
Estoy muy contento. Aprobé el examen.
You look happy today.
I'm very happy. I passed the exam.
What's the size of your shoes?
¿Cuál es el tamaño de tus zapatos?
8 inches.
8 pulgadas.
What's the size of your shoes?
8 inches.
What terrible weather.
¡Qué tiempo tan terrible!
You can borrow my umbrella.
Te presto mi paraguas.
What terrible weather.
You can borrow my umbrella.
Where were you born?
¿Dónde naciste?
I was born in Italy.
Nací en Italia.
Where were you born?
I was born in Italy.
You really shouldn't use pirated software.
Realmente no deberías usar software pirata.
I do my best not to get caught.
Hago lo que puedo para que no me atrapen.
You really shouldn't use pirated software.
I do my best not to get caught.
Do you have an appointment?
¿Tiene una cita?
Yes, at 2 p.m.
Sí, a las 2 de la tarde.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, at 2 p.m.
I helped her wash dishes.
Le ayudé a lavar la vajilla.
He dried the plates and cups with a towel.
Secó los platos y las tazas con una toalla.
I helped her wash dishes.
He dried the plates and cups with a towel.
Why not go out for a walk?
¿Por qué no sales a dar un paseo?
I'm a little sick.
Estoy un poco enfermo.
Why not go out for a walk?
I'm a little sick.
I'd like to see your sister.
Me gustaría ver a tu hermana.
She lives in Nebraska now.
Ahora vive en Nebraska.
I'd like to see your sister.
She lives in Nebraska now.
I've caught a cold.
Me agarré un resfriado.
Don't go to school if you are sick.
No vayas a la escuela si estás enfermo.
I've caught a cold.
Don't go to school if you are sick.
I'd like to have a coffee.
Quisiera tomar café.
Would you like sugar in your coffee?
¿Quieres azúcar en tu café?
I'd like to have a coffee.
Would you like sugar in your coffee?
What do you think about the price?
¿Qué opinas del precio?
I think it's too expensive.
Creo que es demasiado caro.
What do you think about the price?
I think it's too expensive.
Do you get sick often?
¿Se enferma con frecuencia?
When I do not sleep well, my body gets sick.
Cuando no duermo bien, mi cuerpo se enferma.
Do you get sick often?
When I do not sleep well, my body gets sick.
Are you coming?
¿Vas a venir?
I'll be right there.
Ahora mismo voy para allá.
Are you coming?
I'll be right there.
Go and take out the garbage.
Ve y saca la basura.
Okay, I'll do that right away.
Vale, lo haré ahora mismo.
Go and take out the garbage.
Okay, I'll do that right away.
It's your turn.
Es tu turno.
I'm not ready yet.
Aún no estoy listo.
It's your turn.
I'm not ready yet.
Tell me what you want.
Dime lo que quieres.
I want a bottle of red wine.
Quiero una botella de vino tinto.
Tell me what you want.
I want a bottle of red wine.
Does Anthony live here?
¿Anthony vive aquí?
He doesn't live here anymore.
¿Ya no vive aquí?
Does Anthony live here?
He doesn't live here anymore.
Is this your book?
¿Este es tu libro?
No, that's not my book.
No, ese no es mi libro.
Is this your book?
No, that's not my book.
Would you like me to help you?
¿Querrías que te ayudara?
No, thank you. I will finish alone.
No, gracias a ti. Terminaré solo.
Would you like me to help you?
No, thank you. I will finish alone.
This table is reserved.
Esta mesa está reservada.
Can we sit at the bar?
¿Podemos sentarnos en el bar?
This table is reserved.
Can we sit at the bar?
Whose bag is this?
¿De quién es esta mochila?
That is my Aunt Mary's bag.
Es el bolso de mi tía Mari.
Whose bag is this?
That is my Aunt Mary's bag.
It's really disappointing.
Es realmente decepcionante.
What happened?
¿Qué ha pasado?
It's really disappointing.
What happened?
He was absent yesterday. Do you know why?
Estuvo ausente ayer. ¿Saben por qué?
I suppose he was sick.
Supongo que estaba enfermo.
He was absent yesterday. Do you know why?
I suppose he was sick.
Where did John go?
¿A dónde fue John?
He went to the drugstore.
Fue a la farmacia.
Where did John go?
He went to the drugstore.
Do you make breakfast yourself?
¿Haces el desayuno tú mismo?
My wife makes my breakfast each morning.
Mi esposa me hace el desayuno cada mañana.
Do you make breakfast yourself?
My wife makes my breakfast each morning.
When did you get up yesterday morning?
¿Cuándo te levantaste ayer por la mañana?
At about 7.
A eso de las 7.
When did you get up yesterday morning?
At about 7.
What are they made of?
¿De qué están hechas?
The outside is made of hard plastic.
El exterior es de plástico duro.
What are they made of?
The outside is made of hard plastic.
How's your business?
¿Cómo va tu negocio?
We had a rough start, but it's doing great now.
Tuvimos un comienzo difícil, pero ahora nos va muy bien.
How's your business?
We had a rough start, but it's doing great now.
Do they sell notebooks at that store?
¿Venden cuadernos en esa tienda?
I have seen notebooks there before.
He visto cuadernos allí antes.
Do they sell notebooks at that store?
I have seen notebooks there before.
Do you have some time?
¿Tienes tiempo?
No, I am busy today.
No, hoy estoy ocupado.
Do you have some time?
No, I am busy today.
Do you have an account with us?
¿Tiene una cuenta con nosotros?
Yeah, here's my identification card.
Sí, aquí está mi tarjeta de identificación.
Do you have an account with us?
Yeah, here's my identification card.
Are you here on business?
¿Estás aquí por negocios?
Yes, I am.
Sí, lo estoy.
Are you here on business?
Yes, I am.
He cheated on the biology exam.
Él copió en el examen de biología.
I wonder if he will get caught.
Me pregunto si lo atraparán.
He cheated on the biology exam.
I wonder if he will get caught.
Did you telephone him?
¿Le llamaste?
Yes, but he did not answer.
Sí, pero no respondió.
Did you telephone him?
Yes, but he did not answer.
I'm afraid I spilled milk on the table.
Me temo que derramé leche sobre la mesa.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, no te preocupes por eso.
I'm afraid I spilled milk on the table.
Oh, don't worry about it.
What time is it?
¿Qué hora es?
It's a few minutes after 2.
Son las 2:01.
What time is it?
It's a few minutes after 2.
How was your day?
¿Cómo te ha ido el día?
Same as always.
Lo mismo de siempre.
How was your day?
Same as always.
Are you new here?
¿Eres nuevo aquí?
Yes, I do not know anyone.
Sí, no conozco a nadie.
Are you new here?
Yes, I do not know anyone.
I'd like to see you again next week.
Me gustaría volver a verte la semana que viene.
Do you want to meet for dinner on Monday?
¿Quieres que nos veamos para cenar el lunes?
I'd like to see you again next week.
Do you want to meet for dinner on Monday?
What are these?
¿Qué son estos?
Those are books.
Esos son libros.
What are these?
Those are books.
She has been absent from school for 5 days.
Ella no ha ido al colegio desde hace 5 días.
Is she on vacation?
¿Está de vacaciones?
She has been absent from school for 5 days.
Is she on vacation?
I'll be busy tomorrow.
Mañana estaré ocupado.
We can try a different day.
Podemos intentar un día diferente.
I'll be busy tomorrow.
We can try a different day.
Do you know what time it is?
¿Sabes qué hora es?
It's 3:40 p.m.
Son las 3:40 p.m.
Do you know what time it is?
It's 3:40 p.m.
Let's split the bill.
Dividámonos la cuenta.
No, I want to pay for you.
No, quiero pagar por ti.
Let's split the bill.
No, I want to pay for you.
How many times a week do you exercise?
¿Cuántas veces a la semana hace ejercicio?
I exercise 4 days each week.
Hago ejercicio 4 días a la semana.
How many times a week do you exercise?
I exercise 4 days each week.
Do you have an appointment?
¿Tiene una cita?
Sorry, I don't.
Lo siento, no lo sé.
Do you have an appointment?
Sorry, I don't.
When do you get up every day?
¿Cuándo te levantas todos los días?
I usually get up at 7 o'clock.
Normalmente me levanto a las 7 en punto.
When do you get up every day?
I usually get up at 7 o'clock.
Which do you prefer, apples or bananas?
¿Qué prefieres, las manzanas o los plátanos?
I like apples more than bananas.
Me gustan más las manzanas que los plátanos.
Which do you prefer, apples or bananas?
I like apples more than bananas.
I think we should go the other way.
Creo que deberíamos ir por el otro lado.
You are absolutely right.
Tienes toda la razón.
I think we should go the other way.
You are absolutely right.
Have you decided?
¿Ya te has decidido?
No, I haven't decided yet.
No, aún no lo he decidido.
Have you decided?
No, I haven't decided yet.
How long have you been married?
¿Cuánto tiempo llevas casada?
We've been married for 2 years.
Llevamos casados 2 años.
How long have you been married?
We've been married for 2 years.
Are you here on business or for pleasure?
¿Estás aquí por negocios o por placer?
I'm here for pleasure.
Estoy aquí por placer.
Are you here on business or for pleasure?
I'm here for pleasure.
Can I use the lift?
¿Puedo usar el ascensor?
Sorry, it's broken. You have to use the stairs.
Lo siento, está roto. Tienes que usar las escaleras.
Can I use the lift?
Sorry, it's broken. You have to use the stairs.
It's all my fault.
Todo es culpa mía.
Please don't blame yourself.
Por favor, no te culpes.
It's all my fault.
Please don't blame yourself.
Are you ready to go?
¿Estás listo para irte?
Hold on a minute, I can't find my house keys.
Espera un momento. No encuentro las llaves de mi casa.
Are you ready to go?
Hold on a minute, I can't find my house keys.
What's the weather like?
¿Cómo está el clima?
It's raining.
Está lloviendo.
What's the weather like?
It's raining.
You should eat more.
Deberías comer más.
I just don't have an appetite.
Es que no tengo apetito.
You should eat more.
I just don't have an appetite.
Do you accept credit card?
¿Aceptan tarjetas de crédito?
Yes, we do. Please insert your card here.
Sí, lo tenemos. Por favor, inserte su tarjeta aquí.
Do you accept credit card?
Yes, we do. Please insert your card here.
I fell down the stairs and broke my ankle.
Me caí por las escaleras y me rompí el tobillo.
I am sorry to hear that.
Lamento oír eso.
I fell down the stairs and broke my ankle.
I am sorry to hear that.
Where do you want to go?
¿A dónde querés ir?
I want to go to the museum today.
Quiero ir al museo hoy.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to the museum today.
Where were you last week?
¿Dónde estuviste la semana pasada?
I was in Tokyo.
Estaba en Tokio.
Where were you last week?
I was in Tokyo.
Why is it so hot?
¿Por qué está tan caliente?
The air conditioner is broken.
El aire acondicionado está roto.
Why is it so hot?
The air conditioner is broken.
Would you be so kind as to lend me some money?
¿Serías tan amable de prestarme algo de dinero?
No problem. How much?
No hay problema. ¿Cuánto?
Would you be so kind as to lend me some money?
No problem. How much?
Do you interact with your colleagues frequently?
¿Interactúa con sus colegas con frecuencia?
We send many emails and eat lunch together each day.
Enviamos muchos correos electrónicos y almorzamos juntos cada día.
Do you interact with your colleagues frequently?
We send many emails and eat lunch together each day.
What are you smiling about?
¿De qué te ríes?
I think I am in love.
Creo que estoy enamorado.
What are you smiling about?
I think I am in love.
You are so considerate.
¿Eres tan considerado?
Everyone deserves a kind treatment.
Todo el mundo merece un trato amable.
You are so considerate.
Everyone deserves a kind treatment.
I want a refund.
Quiero un reembolso.
Do you have a receipt?
¿Tienes un recibo?
I want a refund.
Do you have a receipt?
Make up your mind.
Decídase.
I am trying my best.
Hago lo mejor que puedo.
Make up your mind.
I am trying my best.
How much is it?
¿Cuánto cuesta?
It's $10.
Son $10.
How much is it?
It's $10.
The bus doesn't come on time.
El autobús no llega a tiempo.
Oh no, I hope it comes soon or I'll be late.
Oh no, espero que llegue pronto o llegaré tarde.
The bus doesn't come on time.
Oh no, I hope it comes soon or I'll be late.
May I see your insurance card, please?
¿Puedo ver su tarjeta del seguro, por favor?
Here you are.
Aquí tienes.
May I see your insurance card, please?
Here you are.
Do you have a good relationship with your boss?
¿Tienes una buena relación con tu jefe?
I know I can always talk to her if I need something.
Sé que puedo hablar con ella si necesito algo.
Do you have a good relationship with your boss?
I know I can always talk to her if I need something.
How much is the fare?
¿Cuánto cuesta el billete?
It's 20 yen from here to the market.
Son 20 yenes de aquí al mercado.
How much is the fare?
It's 20 yen from here to the market.
What's your plan for the summer holiday?
¿Cuál es tu plan para las vacaciones de verano?
I'm thinking about a visit to Paris.
Estoy pensando en una visita a París.
What's your plan for the summer holiday?
I'm thinking about a visit to Paris.
Did you call your friend in Canada?
¿Has llamado a tu amiga de Canadá?
She was already asleep when I called last night.
Ya estaba dormida cuando llamé anoche.
Did you call your friend in Canada?
She was already asleep when I called last night.
May I ask you something?
¿Puedo hacerte una pregunta?
Yes. What's your question?
Sí. ¿Cuál es su pregunta?
May I ask you something?
Yes, what's your question?
How's the weather?
¿Cómo está el tiempo?
It's very hot.
Hace mucho calor.
How's the weather?
It's very hot.
She wants to be a designer.
Ella quiere ser diseñadora.
Will she design dresses or suits?
¿Diseñará vestidos o trajes?
She wants to be a designer.
Will she design dresses or suits?
Anything to drink?
¿Algo de beber?
A small glass of whiskey, please.
Un vaso de whisky, por favor.
Anything to drink?
A small glass of whiskey, please.
I'm afraid I must be off now.
Me temo que debo irme ahora.
It's only 8 o'clock.
Son solo las 8 en punto.
I'm afraid I must be off now.
It's only 8 o'clock.
Does John have a yellow pencil?
¿John tiene un lápiz amarillo?
Yes, he does.
Sí, lo hace.
Does John have a yellow pencil?
Yes, he does.
How long have you had it?
¿Hace cuánto que lo tienes?
More than a month.
Más de un mes.
How long have you had it?
More than a month.
What is your surname?
¿Cuál es su apellido?
Lopez.
López.
What is your surname?
Lopez.
I have a headache.
Me duele la cabeza.
You should have a nap before you go to work.
Deberías dormir una siesta antes de ir a trabajar.
I have a headache.
You should have a nap before you go to work.
Do you go to bed early?
¿Te acuestas temprano?
Yes, I sleep at around 8 p.m.
Sí, duermo alrededor de las 8 p.m.
Do you go to bed early?
Yes, I sleep at around 8 p.m.
What a nice tie you are wearing.
Qué linda corbata llevas.
Thank you. Your dress looks good on you too.
Gracias. Tu vestido te queda bien a ti también.
What a nice tie you are wearing.
Thank you. Your dress looks good on you too.
Winter in New York can be very cold.
El invierno puede ser muy frío en Nueva York.
I have heard it is brutal.
He oído que es brutal.
Winter in New York can be very cold.
I have heard it is brutal.